Welcome back, everybody. Robert with Occupancy Boost. In today's video, I'm going to review the mobile promotion by Booking.com. This is my go-to promotion and probably the most popular promotion you can run. I'm going to show you what it looks like online, some statistics on why you should run it, and also the ins and outs of running it and things to watch out for. Stay tuned. I'm going to switch screens and quickly show you how to get this done. Okay, a couple of things I want to run through here on why this promotion is so popular. This promotion casts a wide net over, a segregated group of customers. Anybody on a mobile phone for Booking.com is going to see this promotion. And Booking.com, what they're telling you is you're going to reach a very wide audience doing this promotion. You're going to hit, they're saying that 80% of the travelers use an app when researching a trip. And 60% of Booking.com searches are done from a smartphone. So quite a few people book from, search and book from their phones nowadays, much more than a desktop. And they're saying over here on the other side that hotels, motels that implement this mobile rate, their bookings go up by 28%. And the thing I like about this promotion is you're not discounting every single customer that's booking a room on Booking.com for your property. You're basically just doing it for people on a mobile phone. And, these two things here are the biggest reason I think this program works so well. Is you're not, like I said, you're not discounting everybody, but you are going to increase your numbers because a lot of people do book through a mobile phone, and they do a really good job of advertising it. Let me show you what that looks like. So we're going to go over here to a search. Now, this is a search I did a search, just a one-day search for Kansas City, Missouri. And I want to show you guys what this mobile promotion looks like. And you can see the first hotel that showed up in my search has this green mobile-only tag on it, this mobile-only price. Now, when you run a mobile promotion on Booking.com, the minimum that you can do it for is 10%. You can't do it for anything less. So 10% is the minimum. And this property here, the way they advertise this, they have the mobile-only price right here, this big green tag that tells the customer that this is only good through their mobile phone. But they also here on the right-hand side, they take their normal price, which is the list price, which is $94, and they cross it off. And the price, if you're booking from your mobile phone, is going to be $85. So quite a bit discounted, especially when you get up in the higher rates. So scroll down here a little bit more. There's another one like this fourth or fifth hotel down. This has a mobile-only rate, and their rate's 107, but with the mobile only, you're going to get 94. So you kind of see how this works on the mobile phone. Same thing here. So this is it's good advertising. What this also is doing is taking these properties and it's pushing them up towards the top. I didn't put any filters in here at all. I just did a search for Kansas City, and you can see out of the first 10 hotels, half of them at least are running a mobile-only promotion, but they're up here because they're running the mobile-only promotion. So their search result, it increased their search results quite a bit. So this property will get you a lot more bookings. The visibility is going to go way up. And remember, go back to this, what I showed you guys at the beginning is, you're going to reach a growing audience. It's going to increase your visibility quite a bit because they're going to display your property more towards the top of a search result if you're running a promotion for Booking.com. Okay, so a little bit about why it's a good promotion and what it looks like online. And let me show you guys how this is set up and a couple things you want to watch out for if you set this up for your property. Let's go over to Booking.com Extranet. You go to the promotions tab here, and you're going to click on Choose New Promotion. Okay. Scroll down here past the campaigns. And under portfolio, yes, I passed it up. Under targeting, it's mobile rate right here. And like I said, this mobile promotion has to be at least 10% or more. It can't be anything less than 10%. We're going to click on Add Promotion. And I've already got this set up for this property, but I can still show you guys all the ins and outs of it. So we're just going to click on Edit Mobile Rate since I already have it set up. And the first thing I'd ask you here, if you want to set this up through the app only, so Booking.com has an app that a lot of people book through, but if they don't have the app, they're going to have to search for your property on the web from their phone. So you can decide whether you want it to go through the app only or you want it to go through the app and mobile web. I do all my properties through both the app and mobile web because I want to reach all those people, whether they're on the app or they're just searching through Google or whatever search engine they use. And you can use, like I said, this is 10% minimum. You can do more if you want. I suggest if you're starting this off for the first time to do 10% and see how it works. And you can also shop your competitors too from your phone to see what kind of discount they're offering. Now, one thing to keep in mind that's very, very, very important is that this mobile promotion stacks with a lot of other promotions. So if you're running other promotions in Booking.com, it's going to add this extra 10% on top of all those promotions. And you can see they tell you right here all the different promotions this thing stacks with, and it's most of the promotions out there. So if you're running, they've got the secret deal on here, which is a members deal. If you're running a members deal on Booking.com for Booking.com members, and you're running that, let's say, for 10% off, and you launch this mobile promotion, those members that are on a mobile phone and they're logged in to their member account, they're going to get an extra 10% off, so they're going to get 20% off. And I've seen hotels, motels get burned a little bit because they didn't realize that this promotion stacks. So be very, very careful with that. And I'll show you here at the end a little bit of why I have this particular, how I set up the rest of promotions for my property to avoid that from happening. And you can customize your rate. You can block different dates if you only want to do it on weekends or weekdays, certain holidays, or maybe you got some events coming up in your city that you want to black out. You can do that. Rate plans. Let me show you a little bit about what this looks like. I've only selected this mobile promotion for this property to run off our rack rate. I've also got a 7-day minimum length of stay, like a weekly stay rate that I run for this property. If I were to click that button there, or I were to click all rate plans and it ran this mobile promotion off this 7-day rate plan, it would give those people online that are shopping for a 7-day stay, it would give them an extra 10% off. This 7-day length of stay is already deeply discounted at this property because people have to stay a minimum length of 7 days. So they're getting a good rate already. I don't want to give them an extra 10%, and I'm sure you wouldn't either. So I just run this off my rack rate plan. So pay attention to this. All these tabs here, open up and pay attention to what how you're setting this up. Like I said, I've seen a lot of properties get burned because they don't pay attention to this part. They just open it up, they do the 10%. They open up the promotion, do the 10%, and then they launch it. And you want to go through these and make sure that you're picking and choosing how this thing's going to display and how it's going to affect, your bookings at your property. You can set up a minimum length of stay for this. So if you want to do it for like a 2-night minimum length of stay, a 3-night minimum length of stay, you just click on this length of stay tab here. I'd usually pick, for my properties, I just do, a 1-night minimum length of stay, just the default. And then the booking window here, you can set this up to run any time, of the day or night, or you can set it up for a couple days before check-in. If you're busy, resort property or something like that, and your stay pattern is a little bit different, you may want to set this up just to get bookings. You don't want this to show up all the time. You can click on this book window here and you can set this up to display only at certain times before check-in, minimum or maximum of certain days before check-in. So if you don't want this running the day of arrival, like if you don't want to have this promotion to open up the day of check-in for customers, you can just click on the select, maximum days before check-in, and you can pick how many days you want it to show up for before check-in, so it's not showing up, the day of arrival or maybe the day before arrival. So it depends on your property. I think most properties are going to want to run this anytime before check-in, but some busy resort properties have different stay patterns, and they might want to kind of take a closer look at that see what works for their best for their hotel. Then all you're going to do is click on the review button and kind of run through all these and make sure that everything's clicked off that you want running for your property, and then just click activate. That's it. Okay. So now I told you guys I was going to kind of show you a little bit of what this looks like and how I have this set up so my other promotions don't get affected. I have a minimum length of stay set up for this property for 2 days. So anybody that's staying for a minimum length of stay of 2 days, I want to give them an extra percentage off. So I give them a higher percentage off than I do for the mobile promotion. I've only got this running for 2%. And the reason is this promotion stacks. Okay. So since it stacks on top of this two-day minimum length of stay, stacks on top of this mobile promotion of 10%, I want it to show up for a mobile phone user at 12% off. If I were to run this at 12% off, it would run 22% off for somebody on a desktop computer. And it'd run 22% off for somebody on a mobile phone. And for a desktop computer, would show them at 12% off. Now, I just want to kind of like keep this thing just for mobile phone users. So basically, I guess what I'm getting to, I'm sounding a little confusing here. The customers that are booking this property, I'm targeting mobile customers only at this property. Okay, I'm not really worried about people that are booking on a desktop, because most of the people for this particular property book through a mobile phone, and I don't want to give an extra 12% off to mobile users. If I were to run this again, like I ran this for 12, or I got a advanced purchase here of 4% off. If I ran this at 14%, it would show up for 24% off for a mobile user. Now, it'd show 14% for a desktop user, but I don't want the mobile users getting the 24% off. Obviously, it's too big of a discount, and most of the people here are booking through a mobile phone. Okay, I hope that made sense. I know I got a little bit jumbled there with my words, but I think you guys get the point. Okay, let me show you guys how you can research for your property how many people are actually booking through a mobile phone. Now, on this screenshot, this little document that I showed you guys at the beginning, it said that 60% of Booking.com searches and bookings are made from smartphones. That's going to vary. Obviously, it's an average, so it's going to vary between properties. You can search exactly how many are coming through for your property, and the way you do that is you go up here to the Analytics tab, and you click on Demand for your city. So you're going to click on the Demand button. Okay, over here on the Demand, you can scroll down for your property, and it's going to tell you devices right here in about the middle of the page. It's going to tell you what percentage of your customers are booking from a mobile phone and which percentage are booking from a desktop. For this property, it's a lot more than that 60% that I showed you guys at the beginning. That 60% is an average. For this property, they've got about 90% of their customers, 87% of their customers are booking through a mobile phone, and only 12% are booking through a desktop. So that is the reason why I have my promotions set up to target the mobile customers, because most of them are booking through a mobile phone. I don't really not really too worried about desktop customers. Now, the customers here for the two-day minimum length of stay, if they're on a desktop, they're only going to get 2% off, not much. Obviously, it's not going to be a huge swing in reservations because of that 2%. But I'm more concerned about the mobile customer. I want to make sure they get the 10%, but then also an additional 2% for booking 2 days or longer. And you can see these promotions are working out pretty well for this property. I've been running this for about 2 months, and I've already picked up 460 room nights on this 2-day minimum length of stay. And for this advanced purchase promotion, I've picked up about 100 room nights since for like the last 3 months. So it's done pretty good. It's done pretty good, especially this 2-day minimum length of stay. But my mobile promotion has done pretty good. One other thing I want to show you guys, I guess I didn't review at the beginning. This mobile promotion, you can't pick beginning and end dates for it. This mobile promotion is going to show up when you launch it. There is no end date to it. It shows up from the day you launch it till forever. It's for eternity. So you can't run it for like a month. What you have to do is just set yourself a reminder basically to turn it off. If you only wanted to run it for a month, you're going to have to set yourself a reminder to turn off in a month. But you can black out those dates if, like I showed you before, if you want to eliminate some of those days from that promotion running. That's all I have for now. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please share it with your friends, and please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more videos coming out revolved around the Booking.com extranet and a lot of other ways to build your occupancy. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.